If you're a student studying for a big exam, or a career changer studying for a certification exam, or someone who wants to learn very specific knowledge for a very specific reason, and your study sessions include taking reams and reams of notes, let me show you something that will take your study sessions from to amazing, and that is the Anki flashcard. So let's jump straight into a little bit of a background on Anki and why it's such a powerful tool. So what is Anki? Anki is an open source, free to use, intelligent flashcard tool. But the power of Anki is not just in it being a digital flashcard, but it's also in the fact that it uses spaced repetition to present your flashcards at regular intervals that make memorization that much more simple. Okay, so to get started with Anki, the first thing you're going to want to do is download the software. So you're going to go into your favorite browser and type in Anki. The one you're looking for is the one called ankiweb.net. That's the original standard software. There are other versions that have been made by other companies that aren't open source, called the same thing. That's not the one you want. You want ankiweb.net. So you're going to go in and you're going to download the version that fits the system you're using. I'm using Windows, so I'm going to go for the Windows download. So you're going to pick whichever one is most applicable to you. So we've now successfully downloaded Anki, and the first thing you want to do is create a deck or a topic. This will be a space where you can put in cards that are on a similar topic together. So we're going to create a deck. As I said, I'm studying for the Security Plus exam, so I'm going to use that as an example. So I'm studying using a book, so I'm going chapter by chapter and creating a new deck for each chapter or topic. So I'm going to call this chapter 1, which is called Today's Security Professional. I'm going to hit OK, so that's created my first deck. So I'm going to go into that deck to be able to add cards to that specific deck. So you're going to click add or use the keyboard shortcut of A. I'm going to click add, and then that brings up our blank Anki card for us to fill in. There are a number of types of Anki card, but we're going to start with the basic type. So I'm going to stay on basic. The basic type has a front and a back. This is where you can write a question on one side and an answer on the other side. So for me, I'm going to do what, and I know that stands for confidentiality and availability. So you can hit add to actually add that card to your deck, or you can use the keyboard shortcut of Control Enter. So that card has now been added. Well, let's do one more basic one. We can do what does confidentiality mean in cyber? So again, that is the answer to that question. So I can hit add or use the keyboard shortcut of Control Enter. So that's the basic card type. So let me show you what the close card type looks like. This is another really good one. So this is more of a fill in the blank type card. So for example, this is the sentence that I have, and what the close type Anki card allows you to do is it allows you to mask certain words so that you can use those to jog your memory to be able to help with memorization. I'm going to highlight where it says CIA, and I'm going to click the 3 ellipses to create a closed deletion, so that will hide that from me when it presents me the card for the first time. And then I'm going to hide this middle word. So I have to try and remember what that is. So if I wanted to add extra information to this card, I would write it here. So I'm going to hit add or use Control Enter. So that's added that close. And then the last type, which I think is really helpful, is the image occlusion. So this is when you can add an image into your Anki deck and hide parts of that image or words on that image to help you be able to create an Anki card. So I'm going to grab an image from the internet. I'm going to go with CIA Triad. I'm going to go to images, and yeah, let's go with this one. So I'm going to copy it, so that saves it to my clipboard. I can go back to Anki and paste the image from clipboard, and there it is. So now I can use these shapes to hide, so I can hide that word. So when I add it, this area will be hidden from me, so I need to try and remember what that is. I can add that, There are other types of basic cards that can be helpful. So there's a basic and reverse card, so you can see both the front and the back as your first starting card. There's also a basic where you type in the answer. So let's go through those few that we've done. So we've done 4 cards, so I'm going to hit study now. So the first one is a basic type, so it's just question and answer. So it's, what does CIA stand for in cybersecurity? I know that stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So then we hit show answer, or you can tap space on your keyboard. And then if you do know the answer, you'd tap good or easy. I don't tend to use easy because I'm studying for an exam. I want to see the cards relatively often. If you didn't get it wrong, you click again, and as you can see, it would show it to you again in about a minute. If you got it but you found it really difficult, it'd do 6 minutes. If it was good, it'd be 10 minutes. So it will show it to you again, even if you didn't get it. So I'm going to hit good because, as I said, I'm studying for an exam, so I want to see the cards pretty often. Or you can hit keyboard shortcut 3 for good, 1 for again, 2 for hard, and 4 for easy. So I'm going to hit 3 for good. So the next question, what does confidentiality mean in cybersecurity? I know that it means ensuring that unauthorized people do not get access to sensitive information. So I can hit show answer or space, and I'm like, okay, fab, I got that right, so I can click good, or the number 3 shortcut. Now this is the close deletion type card where we have fill in the gaps. So I can read the sentence and say the underpinning of cybersecurity uses the acronym I know it is CIA, so I have that, which stands for confidentiality, and the I stands for integrity and availability. So I got that right. I can show myself the answer. I can see that I got that right. I hit good. Now this is a image occlusion type card, so it shows you the image, and where is highlighted in red is where it wants you to remember. So I know this is the CIA triad. I can see it from the shape. It also says CIA triad, so I've got confidentiality, I've got integrity, and the last thing is availability. So I can hit show answer or hit space, and it says availability. So I got that right. Again, I'm going to hit good, even though I did get it right. It's pretty easy. I like to see the cards more often than not. So hit good, and again, so we've seen this one already. But as you go down, you can see that now, instead of there being 4 cards in blue, there are 4 cards in red. So you need to go over those cards. And I know that stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So now when I hit good, because I got it right that first time, now when I hit good, it's not going to show it to me again until tomorrow. So I'm going to hit good. So next question, the underpinning of cybersecurity using the acronym CIA, which stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Again, show myself the answer. Got that right. Again, it's not going to show it to me until tomorrow. What does confidentiality mean in cybersecurity? It's ensuring that unauthorized people do not get access to sensitive information. Show the answer. Got that right. It's not going to show it to me again until tomorrow. If I got it wrong, I'd hit again and again. It'd show it to me in a minute so that I can go over it. I'm going to hit good. This is an image occlusion. So what is this that's hidden? So I know it's the CIA triad, it's confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Show the answer, I got it right, hit good. So that deck is finished. So if you wanted to add more decks on different topics or different chapters, you'd go back to decks and create a deck and go through that, adding in all of the information that you think would come up on the test, and going through that day by day until you don't have anything in the learn or do columns. So that's a little quick run through of Anki. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!